Do you own property in Spain but live somewhere else? What Spanish taxes do you need to pay? And when do you need to submit your tax returns? Stick around and you'll find out. Welcome to YouTooSpain. Run the theme tune. Hi, I'm Skatz, so am I, and on this video we'll take you through the basics of non-residence property tax in Spain. Let's dive straight in, my beautiful friends. Oh yes you are. First of all, I'm not an accountant, but that's okay, I'm not here to do your taxes. But I can tell you what you need to know before you either file your own tax returns or pass them to an accountant. So here are the taxes you need to know about. Go on then, clever clogs. Income tax. There are two kinds. Rental income tax and imputed income tax. What's the difference? Rental income tax is for non-residents who own a property that's rented out, either short or long term. This income must be declared to the Spanish tax authorities. And imputed income tax? This is for non-residents who own a property but don't rent it out, and it's left vacant when they and their friends aren't there. But why should you pay an income tax if you're not earning an income from it? Because the tax authorities see the property as having a potential income, even if there's no revenue. So how do they work out how much tax you pay? It's based on the property's cadastral value, which is the value assigned to it by the local government for tax purposes. This is calculated annually. And what are the tax rates for rental income? The tax rate for non-EU residents is 24%. If you are an EU resident, you get a reduced rate of 19%. This used to be filed quarterly, but it's now possible to do it annually. That must be a relief for property owners. Yes, and it's cheaper too if they're using an accountant each time. Are there any more taxes to be aware of? Yes, there's capital gains tax, or CGT, and this needs to be declared within 4 months of selling a property. How is it calculated? CGT is calculated on the difference between the buying price and the sale price of the property, after accounting for expenses and improvements. Anything else I should know about CGT right now? Yes, 3% of the sale price is withheld by the buyer and paid in tax by them as a guarantee against CGT liability. If the actual tax liability is less than 3%, or if you sold the property for a loss, you can reclaim the difference from the Spanish tax authorities. I'm confused. Don't look at me. That's what gestors and accountants are for. Are there any other property taxes? There are no more national taxes to be declared, but the local authorities will collect a council tax, or IBI, which is based on the property's cadastral value and is used to fund local services. There's also a basura, or waste collection tax. How much do these taxes cost? Both of them vary depending on the location of the property, but they're usually not very much, especially compared to council taxes in the UK, for example. What are the deadline dates for declaring? The imputed income tax deadline is the 31st of December, so that's easy to remember. It's a mandatory tax, so make sure you don't miss the deadline or you could be facing a big fine. What about declaring rental income tax? The deadline for that is between the 1st and 20th of January of the following year. So, for example, the tax return for income received in 2024 will need to be filed before January the 20th, 2025. And remember, that's not just for holiday lets, it's for long-term lets as well. That all sounds very easy. It does, but if you have any queries or problems, you should consult a qualified gestor or accountant to help you. Spanish tax forms can be confusing, and one small mistake can end up costing you big. Is there anyone that we recommend? Yes, check in the video description below or ask in the comments and I'll introduce you to someone trustworthy. Anything else the watchers need to know? Ask in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, do the usual ticks and clicks and likes and subscribes, and there are lots of helpful links and special offers in the video description below. And whatever you do, check out some of the other really popular videos on YouTooSpain, and I'll see you there. Peace and love, peas and fluff, let's dance!